It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddy and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddy
Welcome. We're going to be doing a shorty here. A shorty.
An invitation. Happy Monday, everyone. Last Monday of June, last day of June. Tomorrow, it's hard to believe we're into July, hitting our July 4th weekend, but we're still here doing what we do, and we have a special treat Thursday, July 3rd. Where are we going to be?
We're going to be here at Bow Wow City. And it's not a dog place either. It's a Sinful Crepes on Gateway in Boynton Beach. And we're going to go up there, and you're going to learn how to have a crepe. You're going to learn what a crepe is.
Can we make one, do you think?
Yeah. It's just, and the thing is that crepes take up the whole plate. The biggest crepes in the world.
You had a ham and cheese?
I have ham and cheese and bacon and egg. It was tremendous.
And then you had one with orange marmalade?
On the side, yeah.
And
Brad Pitt ain't got nothing on me. He stinks. He don't shower.
Brad Pitt's got nothing on you.
Yeah, nothing on me.
So if you're wondering why Brad Pitt reference, you're going to have to watch our morning show and see Freddie or Brad Pitt. One and the same or no? I'm thinking the orange marmalade might be the game changer. I'm going to DM him and see if he likes orange marmalade.
They have 5 different marmalades you can fill it with.
Here's my question. What's the difference between marmalade and jam or jelly?
Because it gotta be marmalade.
No, seriously,
does
anyone know the difference?
You know it's the same. It's gotta be jam.
It can't be the same.
Jelly don't wiggle that way.
What's the difference between marmalade and jelly?
Is how it wiggles. Back to the wiggle thing.
I don't know. Is there a difference between marmalade and jelly?
Don't ask him.
Marmalade is made out of like
fruit. And jelly is more of just the flavors?
And
it could be.
It's made out, I think jelly's made out of berries.
Isn't it a berry of fruit?
Yeah, but like
marmalade is more like orange.
Yeah.
Marmalade comes in a lot of different flavors.
He's going to look it up. Here's our fun fact of Monday as we roll into summer. You kind of got to know marmalade or jelly.
I got to know.
Jam.
I just got to eat it. We're going to be there Thursday.
Oh, okay. So jam is typically made from the pulp and sometimes the skin of various fruits.
Jam is made from the pulp.
Marmalade is specifically made from citrus fruits.
And marmalade
and what's
is
jelly made of?
Fruit.
Including the peel and zest. Well, jelly. Jelly's different than jam.
Huh.
Well,
so jam is made from the pulp. Marmalade is made from the citrus fruit.
Jelly is made from fruit juice.
And jelly's made from fruit juice. Wow, how do you like that?
And if you go there Thursday and you join us, you'll be able to try 5 different
marmalades made from citrus. Can you name 5 different citruses?
Good, gooder, better, yummy, and yummier.
5 different citrus. Orange,
lemon, lime.
Jay?
Oh, you can't.
Grapefruit.
Oh, well, I didn't think we were going to that.
We need 5 citrus.
Melon.
I don't think melon's a citrus.
I don't think melon is a citrus.
What does that have to do with Thursday?
Because 5 different marmalades that you can try. We're going to see which 5
but they got
they
strawberry, raspberry, blackberry, orange.
Do that because it said marmalade is specifically citrus.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something. You're not allowed to eat Thursday, okay? I'll let everybody else try it.
I don't eat
citrus. It's delicious. And you don't know what a crepe is until they educate you. You get educated.
What's a crepe made from?
I don't know, but it's big and delicious.
It's like a flat pancake.
It's like a flat pancake. I wonder if there's
and they don't
flour
roll
in it or
it.
not.
I was expecting this thing to be rolled. It wasn't rolled. It's laid out.
It's laid out. It's like round, and then they make it a square, like a
Mine's
package?
just a triangle, a box.
Interesting.
It was huge.
Did you eat it all?
I almost ate the plate. I didn't know where it stopped and started.
So you ate the whole thing. Wow, you had a nice day.
I loved it.
And then you went for pizza across the street at Brammer's.
Yeah, I did that, but that was at night. But this is going to be a whole lot of fun. We have a couple of spots. We got the recipe of the day that she's making. Only problem is they didn't tell me what the recipe is. She's just making it. So I got to talk to Anthony. You got to tell me what these are. But we're going to play those for you as well. I'm going to play a tape for you as well. These are the nice.
That's one serving?
That's one, yeah. And
You
this
ate
one
that
is,
whole thing?
No, this is cut in half. She turned it over. That's one.
Wow.
See the chocolate and the marmalade.
Wow, that looks like a s'mores. That looks like there's like mushrooms and chocolate on that one.
And then that's the eclair with a little cream on the side. And you know what that little thing is on the left?
A macaroon.
A macaroon, baby. They have macaroons there.
Do they bake everything there?
Everything.
Wow. Look how beautiful that is.
And that's our lovely chef there.
Wow, Chef
It's gonna
Eva,
be-
okay.
And Chef Eva has a lady that cooks on the weekend. And I thought it was Chef Eva. I thought it was her. They look exactly alike. They're friends.
Wow.
So I'm talking to her. She must think I'm some kind of fiend.
Brad
'cause-
Pitt.
No, he don't shower. She doesn't know who I am. She's like, what is wrong with this guy? And I said, aren't you Ava? No, I'm her friend. But we're going to meet them all on Thursday. They're all going to be there.
All right, so join us at Sinful Crepes, 1050 Gateway Boulevard. You can see it is on the southwest side of Gateway and I guess Gateway, right there on Gateway Boulevard. You can't miss it. Gateway and I-95, kind
Make
of.
a
It's on the
left.
west side.
Make a
Come
left
on
and go
out,
left-hand
join
side.
us. We're going to have the Brooklyn Cafe Show live there. Have some food, crepes, savory and sweet, dessert, and yet maybe a hamburger or I wonder if they have like a barbecue beef kind of crepe.
They do.
Would you eat that?
Yes.
Anything rolled in a crepe? Here's my next question to you.
Hamburger's #1 seller.
Is
by
a
the way.
crepe considered a sandwich?
I don't know. All I know is it's
Why?
considered delicious.
Because it's not two pieces of bread?
I don't know. I didn't see no bread.
But that's like, is a taco considered a sandwich?
Is a taco considered a
I
sandwich?
think so. I think
No,
so.
a taco's a taco.
I think that if I close my eyes, I'd be having breakfast, lunch, or dinner with Raquel Welch. So why can't a taco be a sandwich? That's all I got to say.
All right, so join us on Thursday, 12 o'clock for a Brooklyn Cafe Show midday at Sinful Crepes, 1050 Gateway Boulevard, Boynton Beach. Come on out and have some fun with us.
And it's going to be the Brooklyn Cafe midday show with friends.
We've got some friends joining us.
You got a lot of friends.
Some
You got a
music
lot of the
joining us.
shows are going to be there. I want you to meet the show people. I want everybody to get together and network. I have a good feel about Sinful Crepes because they are unlike anything else that you've ever had. And it's not only dessert, it's a meal.
All right, so check out the new commercial. And what else do we have to roll?
We got a show to roll.
And it's International Rabbit Week, so check this out.
Welcome to AMP2 Network. Today's segment is on Rabbit Awareness Week. This week-long holiday was established to raise awareness about rabbits. These critters are mostly considered a type of forgotten pet. Today, rabbits are the third most popular pet after cats and dogs. People mostly know how to take care of the common dog and cat, but rabbits seem to be on the latter half of people's mind when it comes to rabbit owners. Unfortunately, due to the lack of awareness about how to properly care for pet rabbits, they are sometimes abandoned by their owners. Their owners often don't spend enough time with their rabbits, misunderstand their needs, and misconstrue them like toys instead of living beings. For example, despite what the media has led people to believe, carrots are not a part of a rabbit's diet. It's actually considered to be a treat that they can have in small amounts. The main food is actually Timothy hay and 1 to 3 cups of leafy greens. Digestive illnesses are common in rabbits and can be fatal if they're not dealt with quickly. If you want to be a future rabbit owner, you want to make sure you're careful about the food you give your rabbit so they can flourish and live a healthy life. Thank you for listening to today's segment on AMP2 Network. Now let's get back to the show.
I feel horrible. I used to raise rabbits. Rabbits. Used to have a new set of rabbits every 2 weeks.
When's rabbit season?
In Puerto Rico, it's all the time. But the funny thing is that we sold them. We didn't have them as pets. So I feel horrible now.
And that piece was brought to you by Chloe.
Yes, nice job. What happened?
My
You
uncle
like
does
like rabbits too?
dogs. No, he
Rab-
breeds dogs and sells them.
Well, rabbit
kind of
stew is
dogs?
what we sold.
He does mastiffs. He does
Ooh.
little hunting dogs.
Those are huge dogs. man.
Mastiffs, yeah.
Yeah. He bred some English mastiffs, and then he has people that do like South Africans, Neapolitans, stuff like that. But
Well,
he mostly
interesting.
does like hunting dogs for like boars and stuff like that, for like hog dogs.
Now, I wanted to ask Anthony, because he told me that you can actually have anything you want this machine to do, it will do. Like if we wanted a Brooklyn Cafe logo to put on a thing like this, it could do it. So I want to ask him what it would cost to do one of those bad boys.
Sounds good.
All right, we got anything else?
All right, so join us Thursday at Sinful Crepes, 1050 Gateway Boulevard. More to come. Today we've got Call Me Zena at 2:30 with Sally Bernard. She's got a lot of stories to tell, so we'll see what comes up when Sally's back in the studio. What else you got? And Gentleman's Tribe tonight at 8 o'clock. You don't want to miss it. A male's perspective, a male point of view on being a dad.
Being
Totally.
a dad.
What it's like.
If I had to be a dad with the kids around me today, I don't know.
You kind of are.
After Friday night, I don't know. I would probably retire.
You retired from being a dad?
Yeah, you missed it, Jay. You missed it. You should have taken my seat. It was wild. Very wild.
So here's a throwback. We're doing a throwback?
It's a throwback.
All right. Tune in for a throwback. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
Don't be late. Welcome, 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 and bonjour,
Bonjour.
Boynton.
Bonjour, Boynton.
Guess what we got? It ain't a meow.
I've got a
It's
little
a bow wow.
Frenchie.
Yeah, Sinful Grapes.
Sinful Crepes, located on Gateway, a new sponsor of the Brooklyn Cafe Show and Amp Media Productions. We are very excited that we're going French. You can have Hispanic at Brainerd's. You can have Sinful Crepes on Boynton Beach, right across the street. And there's even sushi under the same ownership. So more to come with that. And instead of the proverbial Eiffel Tower, they do little Frenchies. Look how cute these are,
They're unbelievable.
right? So
They
their
have a-
mascot is a Frenchie.
They got a 3D printer.
A
and
little
they
French-
print them in the restaurant. I even offered him my Eiffel Towers, and he said, no.
He'd rather the Frenchie. How cute are these? The Frenchies are the bulldog
And
mascot.
they have the mascot. And what they do is for kids is they print up
You
these
can
in
color
white,
them.
and they give you these pencil markers, and the kids color them. It's a whole lot of fun. Great place. And do you know that you can eat crepes for dinner?
You can eat crepes all day long. They've got breakfast crepes, lunch crepes,
But did
savory
you
dinner
see
crepes.
that menu?
Take a look at that menu. What's your favorite? You know, and you can't say anything in Paris without ham and cheese. So there's a lot of ham and cheese, and there's a lot of everything else. The breakfast crepes, there's a kids menu, homemade toppings, dessert crepes with marshmallow, chocolate, oh my gosh, cheese. You can do a burger crepe. You can do anything
They got
you want.
cheese, roast beef, Swiss cheese, eggs, mayo. That's a crepe.
I forgot to tell you, in Paris, you must have been French at one point in
Yes,
your
it
life.
was.
Because everything has mayonnaise.
Everything.
And it's called egg and mayonnaise.
We did, and you know what? The owner of this company, his wife was a producer in Czechoslovakia. Same difference.
Not
isn't it?
really, Czech Republic.
It's different than Czechoslovakia.
Yeah.
Well, what they do? Move it?
It's a different government.
You know what? Whatever. But the bottom line is they knew the guy, the founder of McDonald's. You didn't hear this part of the story. And they were friends. And they have a statue in Prague for that dude because he's giving
He changed
jobs all over the
everything.
world. Changed the whole world.
You can even do make your own crepe.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to
Take
walk
out,
in there.
eat in, eat out.
They got a Jamaican crepe. Watch out now.
G-Man's all in.
Watch out.
He's shaking his head. He's looking nice over there.
Watch out. I'm going to tell you, this is a new house, right?
All right, so we're going to be there shooting commercials and networking events, parties, birthday parties, you name it. You can contact Sinful Crepes. Do you have their number, Freddie? You can check them out at sinfulcrepes.com. Simple, right on Boynton Beach, Gateway Boulevard, just west of I-95.
Brianna, you have the phone number?
Yes.
Okay, so you have to put it on the flyer. Oh, here it is.
I have to ask them who they want. Do they want you?
Well, it says 561-509-7309.
Yes.
Yes. And when you have your crepes, you can go across the street to our friends at Bramer. Still, there's a big fight going to go on Saturday. I'm buying a pizza from and I'm buying a pizza from here. and I'll put them next. I'm gonna
And then you
mix
could go get a
match 'em.
crepe. You could do a whole food. I want to do a whole food cultural immersion
I
tour
could
this
do a
summer.
crepe
Yes.
for like dessert or something. But it isn't just for dessert. Crepes are wow.
everything.
I could have a feast on Saturday.
And I've got Gabe, he's doing a piece called What's on the Menu, because this summer the Brooklyn Cafe Show is going on the road, and we're going to give all of our viewers an opportunity to join us on the road or watch for our cultural immersion. We've got Latino, Brazilian, French, soon to be Indian, and more information coming to you. Maybe even a Jewish deli. So little by little, we're bringing all the cultures together. And they'll have a little bit of Bonjour Boynton, Hola Boynton, Namaste Boynton, and maybe even Shalom Boynton,
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that last one.
right?
It's a busy day.
It's because food brings everybody together.
And we went to see Annette Gray at Boynton B Mall. They have something for kids. We're working something to try to figure out how to incorporate that as well.
Except if your kids are looking for something to do this summer and they're between the ages of 9 and 15 or 16 to 24, and they're entrepreneurial, or you want them to become entrepreneurial, and they have a business idea and they want to promote their business, give Annette Gray a call or contact us right here at the studio. She has 6,000 square feet in the Boynton Beach Mall, all dedicated for kids and business and learning what's going on in our community, from banking, police officers, ambulance, hospitals, production,
They
to
got
starting
everything.
their own business.
It's unbelievable. What she got cooking up there, she's only been there not even a couple of days. They just opened, right? So when she gets a kicking and going, and we're going to go meet with her some more in-depth stuff that we discovered today. A lot of good things happening up there. And no, the Boynton Mall, just like Boca, it's not closing. We are not closing. We are expanding. Boca will always be home. We're going to be here. We're going to be up there. We're going to be all over the place. And I may have another surprise for doing by Friday. We'll see.
All right, so you ready to get into it? Because we're starting a little late, but we've got action-packed for the next hour and a half on the Brooklyn Cafe Show. We've got business exit advisors. I'm thinking BEA, business exit advisors. We've got Ashley Patrick and Dylan Howe joining us. Brianna met them networking, I believe. And if you're looking to purchase a business or sell your business, these are the people you want to talk to. So welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us.
So
How is the business market sell-wise? How is that looking right now?
So right now, in the state of Florida, the market's great, right? We have a huge influx of people that have been moving here from other states, really since COVID. And a lot of those businesses, especially home service businesses, boomed after COVID because a lot of people were, sitting around spending more money. But because of that, because of, state income tax and whatnot, the amount of people moving here is honestly incredible. But we have the biggest issue that we have is we have a lot of really good buyers, but not enough good businesses to sell. However, with the baby boomer generation, retiring at record rates right now, there's still a lot of businesses out there to be sold. The biggest thing about our industry is most people don't know that business brokers exist. So a lot of people tend to do a fire sale, or they'll wait for their lease to end and they'll just shut down. Well, I'd encourage all of them to give us a call and see what we can value their business at. So that way, all that hard work they put in over the years, they can at least earn something.
So if I have a business I want to buy, do I call you in to help me buy it?
Yes. So we work with buyers as well. So typically how it works is if you inquire on one of our listings that we have, similar to real estate, then we'll work with those buyers. However, we call them active buyers. Those buyers who are maybe not sure what they want, we will help guide them to find whether it's the right industry, whether they want absentee or to be more directly involved, what area they're located. We are part of what's called the BBF, or Business Brokers of Florida, and that allows us to have an MLS-like system similar to real estate. So we'll actually co-broke, and we can help find other brokers' listings as well to place those buyers in.
What if I'm giving you the seller, but I am the buyer? So there's a deal in play, but I need help on my side to make it happen. Can you help me with that?
Yeah, so we'll do that for reduced fees. We'll help with the negotiations as well. Yeah.
God has a funny sense of
and I
humor,
even know what you're
baby.
talking about, which is crazy.
Wow. You know what I'm talking about?
Now I do. Yes.
But think about it.
I know. It's National Corn on the Cob Day. How you doing?
And then they walk in. I gotta
And
make
they
a
walk
phone
in.
call. Wait, don't-
You thought my
don't go way
anxiety
too
was
far.
bad before they walked in.
Watch out.
Oh my
Can
gosh.
you imagine? He makes it happen.
Ashley, how did you all end up working together?
So basically, about a year ago, I decided to randomly get my real estate license. And when I did, I was then introduced to my now boss. And my now boss is Dylan. He's the lead broker over at Business Exit Advisors, and we have been working together for the past year. And the way that the idea was pitched to me was every 1 in 400 people that obtain their real estate license take the business brokerage route. So I loved that, it was such a small percentage of real estate agents that took advantage of the opportunity to sell businesses instead of houses or buildings. We do sell the buildings or the real estate behind the business. Yes, we can do that. But our specialty is the business itself.
So it's the same real estate license, or is there an extra license?
Is it a commercial
Yeah, so
license?
so there's 13 states that require a real estate license to sell a business. Florida is one of them. Weirdly, New York is not one. You would think it would be because of all the regulations. But in those other 37 states where a license isn't required, anybody could sell a business. I don't suggest getting anybody to just sell your business, but anybody could in those states.
Now you do the paperwork to make it whether or not a decision should be made to buy a business?
Yes and no. I'm not a big fan of paperwork. I prefer, managing those relationships. But we do. So when we find a business that's interested in selling, we'll meet with them. We'll gather all the information. We'll put together a valuation for that business. And based on that valuation, it's up to the seller if they want to move forward. And we'll be realistic with them. If you talk about it in layman's terms, a buyer wants to get their return on investment in 2 to 3 years, roughly, right, when they purchase a business. Now, there's some industries where, it might be longer. It might be 3 to 4 years. So that'd be 3 to 4 times cash flow would be the sale versus the 2 or 3. A lot of factors go into that, of course, whether it's absentee, whether it's part-time. But we do work on putting those valuations together, and then we market the business, in several different ways. Once we find those buyers, we handle those inquiries. It is all done confidentially. So somebody might know that a pizza shop's for sale in Palm Beach County. They won't know which one, right? Until they sign an NDA. We provide them the information. From there, we negotiate. We tell them. We bring them on a tour of the business, have them meet the seller, help them negotiate. A lot of times we represent both sides of the transaction, so we understand what the seller is looking for, so we can tailor that conversation for the buyer as well.
Holy smokes.
And then it's all types of businesses. So I was going to
Yeah.
ask you, even pizza shops, small.
Yeah, small
entrepreneurial?
businesses. It's funny, I don't know anything about eyebrows and eyelashes, but I have 6 eyebrow and eyelash studios for sale. It's funny how those things kind of happen. I was referred to one, which just closed last week, and then she told her friends about me, so I got 2 more listings in St. Pete over on the other coast. Then I got one in Bradenton, and then they referred me to somebody in Delaware. So now I have 2 eyebrow and eyelash studios in Delaware for sale, because again, a real estate license isn't required there. So those industries just kind of naturally, fall into place. But we're across the board. We have car leasing company, underwater construction. I just closed South Florida's largest painting contractor for new construction. So we do a lot of different businesses.
So anyone who's looking or they have an idea, I'm looking for a business. What do you have for sale? I don't know what I want to do.
Yeah, so that happens all the time. Most people don't know what they want to do. They usually jump to the, hey, do you have a car wash or a coin laundry? Well, coin laundries really don't do very great anymore because most of the low-income areas have units that are required to be inside of their buildings. So a lot of those actually took a hit. So a lot of people still make those assumptions. I like to sit down with people. First, we understand what area it is that they're looking that they want to invest, right? And then after that is, okay, well, how much money do you have to put down? Do you have to go use an SBA loan? So if you have $500,000, well, according to the SBA, that means you could afford up to a $5 million business because it really only requires 10% down, right?
Wow.
So it just really depends on the situation. So we'll do that. And then with industries, I like showing them 2 to 3 industries, and we explore those, a couple listings at a time. If they're a great fit, we move forward. If not, then we'll keep looking.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
even
fun.
looking at you because I know what you're thinking, and I'm not even looking at you right now.
We have a lot of fun learning about all these different businesses.
He's making me nervous right now.
Yeah. How's the last year gone for you?
I mean, the other day we were with one of my listings. It's an RV business, and we're overstanding in all these different kinds of RVs, showing the RVs and the fleet that they have available for the new business owner to purchase.
Yeah, it's fun.
So it's really unique, the industry in general, because you never know what you're going to get. Sometimes we have listings in Puerto Rico. We have listings in Bimini.
Yeah.
You never know what to expect, and I think
can
that's
be
the beauty of the
anything.
industry.
Yeah. She got a great listing in Bimini. It's a well-known restaurant and marina next to each other. So
Wow.
anybody wants to, hang out in that Bahama blue water, it's a good spot.
G-Man, you
Crystal
want a
clear.
restaurant in Bimini? I'm thinking it sounded good, right? That's amazing. How did you get into this business, Dylan?
It kind of fell in my lap. I did insurance sales after I graduated from Florida State, and I didn't like selling life insurance. Just wasn't a fun sale. But I learned a lot from it, and I ran into a good friend of mine. I started with one of the larger companies out there, and my role was to travel for them. I traveled for about 4 years. I opened 84 of their offices, training people how to become business brokers. So during that time, I helped list close to 500 businesses for sale and helped sell over 200 of those. Got burned out from the travel. Did a couple other sales jobs, and then I just missed the industry. So I got back into it and ended with Business Exit Advisors, where we're growing very rapidly right now. So in the last year and a half, we've had 20 brokers join, including Ashley as one of our first.
Wow.
And she's one of my top brokers. She is the top broker right now. Yeah, it's been a fun ride so far.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Fast growing, I know. I can't look at you. How many businesses do you have right now that are listed?
So as a company, we have over 120 listed. I myself have about 26, and
About 15 right now,
Wow.
with a few walking in.
yeah, and that doesn't include the pipeline.
Yes.
We got another 20 or 30 in the pipeline because some people just aren't ready. It takes time.
And on top of that, in order to get your business listed, you have to have your financials completely organized. You have to make sure that your profit and loss statements match your tax returns, and your lease is up to date, and you have everything ready to go to hand it over to your broker with a big bow on top, ready to list your business. So that any time that a buyer comes and asks any kinds of questions, you're able to answer it thoroughly without anything.
Yeah.
You have everything ready to go,
Yeah.
all documented. Ever buy or sell a business?
No.
You just created them.
Yeah.
You haven't bought any, right? You just create your own.
Not yet.
If you want to, I know somebody if you want to.
I do want to. Now you got my head spinning here
Oh, yeah.
because this cuts a lot of the reason people don't do it is because they don't know what the hell they're doing.
That, and it's a lot of work. The biggest issue that we see is there's a lot of realtors out there right now playing business broker, pretending to be business brokers when they're not. Now some are, but the ones that aren't, they're blasting the name out there that it's for sale. Well, then the employees leave or the management leaves because they're scared they're going to find a new job. What if I don't like the new owner? If it's a salon, right? Okay, well, hey, they're going to call their girlfriends and say, hey, who do you use for your hair? And they're going to start leaving the salon and going elsewhere. So when people sell a business improperly, it really can damage the sales and the value of the business as well. So that's what any business owners out there, I'd at least encourage them to make sure that everything is done at least confidentially. Some businesses don't matter. If you sell a convenience store, they don't care, then they don't care. But that's always something important to focus on.
Well, I think matching the asking price to the validity of whether or not it can sustain it is first.
Yeah.
And then you have key man where that person leaves and all you're buying is an empty tree. Been down that path. So
Yeah.
you have to work something into this, and the negotiations of the deal becomes even more intriguing than the purchase. So I know guys that do this. At the end of 6 months, they're worn out.
Yeah.
And they're like, I want to sell this thing. This thing is not worth all this at the end of the day.
And it's a process, and that's where for example, on the pizza shop I had listed in Boca, it did sell. I had 278 inquiries.
Wow.
I didn't know so many, and most of the people had never made a pizza in their life. I didn't know that many people wanted a pizza shop, but it's funny because when you start to get that many inquiries, that's our job as a business broker is to so the business owner can run their business completely as normal, so that way we can go ahead and manage all of that and all that noise and filter out those people and qualify them and vet them. So that way we're only putting people that we know have the money, that know can make a pizza, and putting those types of people in front of them. But I tell everybody, our main job as a business broker is to maximize the amount of exposure that we provide your listing to the buyer's market, right? That's our initial job. Because if you're not getting exposure to the market, you're not going to find the right buyer, right? It's a numbers game.
It is.
So how many people did you get down to the pizza shop after the 238?
I think we showed it to about a dozen, and then, we showed it to about a dozen, and out of those 12, one of them decided to move forward.
Incredible.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. A lot of people tell you they want to, but they're not really prepared to.
Yeah.
and they don't have the finances to do it, or the credit, or whatever the hell it is to get there. So.
That's true. And the thing that, I would also encourage any business owners out there to think about is, from a tax standpoint, I can't give tax advice. I'm not a CPA or an accountant. However, you do want to prepare for a sale. So, 3 years out from getting ready for your sale, because look, every small business owner, we know that they're running personal things through the business and whatnot. If they want to sell the business and they want it to qualify for an SBA loan or something from the buyer or any sort of traditional financing, it's best that they start showing all of their revenues, start pulling out those personal expenses from their tax returns, within 3 years of wanting to sell. So then that way the banks can look at it and say, okay, because when it comes to the banks, it's kind of like when you're in court and some evidence is inadmissible, it's there, but you really can't see it. It's the same thing with the SBA lenders. They see how much money you're making and your expenses. They know your trip to Italy wasn't for business, but they can't, add that back and justify that in the value.
SBA loans transferable on a purchase?
No. SBA loans have to be paid off.
So they're not
at
transferable.
sale. Correct. Yeah.
Interesting.
All right. How do people reach you?
I love to go to networking events. Personally, I'm going to at least 2 to 3 a week. I'm constantly telling everyone on my social media what I do. My family, my friends, my barista at Starbucks knows what I do. The word of mouth is the best thing. The most referrals come from the people that personally know you and you've made those personal connections with. So that's exactly how I met Brianna, was at a networking event.
She's the queen of networking.
Yes,
So-
she is.
Everyone in Miami knows her. Everyone in Palm Beach County knows her.
So I've really started to hit social media hard with reels and posts and stories, educating people on the industry, because it really is such a beautiful industry. And a lot of people don't know that it's out there. And there's so many solutions to, making your dreams a reality and buying that business that is going to make that happen. And that's what we're here to do.
What is your website or phone
Yeah,
number?
so it's myexitplan.com, and you can reach out to either of us on there. My email is just dylan@myexitplan.com, and then hers is Ashley.
Ashley@myexitplan.com.
Yeah, and our phone numbers, you guys can reach out to us directly. We answer on our mobiles at all times. So
Please leave a voicemail.
Yeah, yeah, we get a
Don't
lot of
call
calls.
and not leave a voicemail, please.
Yeah, we get a lot of calls. So if you're interested in selling or buying a business, please leave a message.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that was the new millennial way. People don't leave messages anymore.
No.
But I guess not. You ever leave a message?
If I want to buy or sell something, you're damn right I'm going to leave a message. What the hell is that?
All right.
It must be old school mentality. I want to get a deal done, and you look at a mountain, and you're the buyer, in this case I'm the buyer, and there's a mountain of stuff and questions upon questions, and then you begin to hear stories, and you don't know if they're telling you the truth, and then you get this feel in the back of your neck that goes, okay, I'm going to need some help, and then they walk.
Yeah. Well, and the business brokerage industry, it's developed. It's still very unknown, right? We were just at the IBBA conference, International Business Brokers Association conference. There's 3,000 members. Think about that. There's 32,000 realtors in Palm Beach County.
3,000.
There's 3,000 members of the IBBA. Let's just say we triple that, and we're at 9,000, business brokers nationwide. There's plenty of businesses to be sold. 20% of businesses across the nation are for sale at any given time. The difference now is that the new generation doesn't want to take over their parents' businesses, right? So you get a lot of these people coming in and buying them all up and becoming large operators.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Thank
Guy
you
has
so
a
much for
funny
joining
sense
us.
of humor,
Yeah.
baby.
Thank you for your time. I
having us.
appreciate it.
Ashley,
Thank
you
you.
for joining us. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we've got the Improv Sisters joining us. So more to come. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Like and subscribe, as well as Amp Media Productions to see all of the shows that we produce right here in the studio and remote, like tonight, Sarah Spiritual on location up in Okeechobee. So make sure you tune into her 16-year anniversary party. More to come, and we'll be right back.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddy S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
Ding ding, here we are at the favorite chocolate store.
Sure's Chocolate. If you could have smell-o-vision in this space, oh my gosh. Tell us about Sure's Chocolate.
Well, we hand make almost everything in chocolate. We do it all in the back room here. We have a workshop back there. We just love what we do.
Everything's here from Easter bunnies to truffles to mints to, I see this toffee pretzel crunch.
It's probably our best seller. Everybody loves, when they come in, some people are a little grumpy when they walk in, but when they leave, they're happy. Everybody.
That's the way chocolate works.
Nobody ever leaves unhappy. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
If you can spell chocolate, you come here, they got it. It's everything.
Your True Oldies Listener's Guide. Listening in the Palm Beaches? That's 95.9 FM. On the Treasure Coast? You want 106.9 FM. In Boca? It's 95.3 FM. We've got Fort Lauderdale and Broward County covered with 96.9 FM. And you can always hear us anywhere at TrueOldiesFLA.com.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call now.
At Gen X, we believe skincare should be both powerful and purposeful. Beauty doesn't fade, it evolves. Powered by women, made for everyone. Packed with bovine placenta, a rare regenerative ingredient rich in growth factors and nutrients. Infused with collagen peptides and hyaluronic acid, aloe vera, and coconut oil. Each ingredient is powerful on its own, but even better together. Feel the science, see the glow. Shop Gen X now at genxbeauty.com.
In a world where finding reliable and compassionate home care can be overwhelming, Sunshine Home Care Services stands as a beacon of hope. That's why we've partnered with professional nurses, physical rehabilitation centers, and medical offices to ensure their patients receive the very best in home care. At Sunshine Home Care Services, our mission is simple yet profound: to support and enhance the lives of our clients. We genuinely enhance the quality of life and offer a comprehensive suite of 26 services tailored to meet every need. We go beyond the basics with health monitoring, emotional support, pet care, and home safety checks. Sunshine Home Care Services is more than just a service. It's a partnership in care. We invite you to experience the difference a compassionate team can make. For a personal consultation, call us today at 561-821-5811.
Our preschool team provides personalized education and therapy services that are specifically designed to meet the unique needs of our children. These students are overcoming medical conditions that have been affecting their physical abilities since birth. Our specialized teacher and therapists understand the critical role that occupational and physical therapy play in helping these young children to develop essential skills in their early education program. We like for the children to leave us as shining stars and enter the big world of kindergarten.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddy S.
Told her, bitch, do you understand me? fine and dandy. Gonna try me, oh, you'll never know. With all the music and we good to go. Next door from the corner shop, there's a rub-a-dub-dub, 6 dogs in a bathtub.
This Day in History is brought you by Cherry Auto Works. Alexander the Great, the young Macedonian military genius who forged an empire stretching from the eastern Mediterranean to India, dies in Babylon, in present-day Iraq, at the age of 32. King Henry VIII of England marries Catherine of Aragon, the first of 6 wives he will have in his lifetime. When Catherine failed to produce a male heir, Henry divorced her against the will of the Roman Catholic Church, thus precipitating the Protestant Reformation in England. On June 11, 1979, John Wayne, an iconic American film actor famous for starring in countless westerns, dies at age 72 after battling cancer for more than a decade. Lieutenant John F. Kennedy receives the Navy and Marine Corps Medal, one of the Navy's highest honors for gallantry, for his heroic actions as the commanding officer of a motor torpedo boat during World War II on June 11, 1944. The future president also received a Purple Heart for wounds received during battle. Then 34-year-old director Steven Spielberg reportedly drew on his own experiences as an unusually imaginative, often lonely child of divorce for his science fiction classic E.T. the Extraterrestrial, which is released on June 11, 1982. This Day in History is brought you by Cherry Auto Works.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Today is your day.
I'm going to tell you something.
You are like on a roll today.
I'm rolling. What advice I got.
You got some good advice?
Lord, I got some great advice. Great advice.
So, business advisors, more information to come with that. They're going to be joining us again. But now we have to kick this over to 2 ladies that we met at Full Circle Networking at Ford's Garage last month. And we're going to be there again next Friday, and proceeds of this month and next month go back to the Amp Media Futures Foundation. So if you like to network or you're not used to networking and you like good lunch at Ford's Garage, come out and join us. You can register online at fullcirclenetworking.net, or you can register at the door, but we advise you not to because the line's always very, very long. I'm even going to register ahead of time this time. Register ahead of time.
That's part of the fun.
Waiting online?
Yeah.
So I met these 2 lovely ladies,
and
they go around the room and they ask everybody what they do. Now here's the game. You have to remember who you want to talk to and where the voices came from while you're sitting in the room.
What does that mean?
So we're sitting at one end and I heard Ghost Hunter and I'm like, okay, where did the voice come from? So I went all the way over to the other side of the restaurant and I went to the table. I said, okay, Which one of you guys were the ghost hunters?
you
Because there's a
chased
real.
them.
I
I
chased
saw
the
that.
ghost hunters because I
There's
thought
something really wrong with
because Heather and Andrew and Jalen, they want to go ghost hunting. I didn't realize they were the improv
They don't
sisters
even,
also.
They don't even know what it means to go ghost hunting. They're gonna do it the first time. They're gonna want to do it.
So we've got. I'm going to mess up their names. I want to try really not to. Alexandra and Angelica. Joining us, and they're
Double
really
A's.
sisters. So your
As
mom and dad
opposed
had
to
a
faces.
really good sense of humor.
Yes.
Right?
Double A.
Double A and an L, so.
Met our aunts. They're Alita, Alina, and Amy.
So they can call you all Allie and everyone answers, I guess.
Yeah, you can say, hey, and then yeah.
Or hey you,
Yeah.
and then we turn
We're
around.
fine with that,
too.
They're funny, too. What's your nationality?
We're Cuban, Czech, and German.
So you do this humor stuff in Spanish too?
We are branching into it.
Our grandparents unhappy with us because we
You don't
didn't
speak
practice.
Spanish?
No.
Ni un poquito.
Un poco.
Un poco, no
Pero-
un poquito. Un poco is a
poco.
lot.
Un poco. A lot of a little. Un poco, poquito.
We know a
Sí.
lot about a little and a little about a lot, and that works for us.
Yeah.
And you guys are from Florida originally?
Yeah, we're from Davie, Florida. We were born in Plantation, and we grew up in Davie, which is known as Cowboy Town.
Yes.
It's a town that could be incorporated as a city, but such a small town vibe never went away. We also have like a national rodeo over there in Davie, so
Yeah,
we
horses
love
are a
it.
thing there. They're really a thing.
I went to high
Horses
school
count.
there.
Oh, really?
Really?
Which high school?
University school.
Oh!
Very cool. So
I went to high school, and it was Cowboy Town back then. Now it's elevated to bougie horse town, but back then it was really just Cowboy Town.
Yeah, the
mayor
cowboy
still-
hats have rhinestones on them now.
Yes,
The
yes.
boots are premium leather.
A little bit shinier.
Yes, things have gotten a little more expensive there because
Cowboy hats have what?
rhinestones.
You know, everything's a little bit more shiny, a little more new.
Are you bougie? Are you on the
I
bougie
dated a
track?
horse, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Perfect. Bougie.
I gotta join the
And
conversation.
they
somehow.
laugh in unison, like you guys could be twins, but I know you're
A
not.
lot of people ask if we're fraternal twins, but we're 2.5 years apart.
We just had a lot of practice.
Yes.
You guys have been together a long time.
Yes.
You begin to look like each other.
Tends
Do we?
to happen.
You do.
No.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So I was thinking how much fun it would be to bring them in to do improv.
If I knew, we would have done it right now.
We
I would
can-
have had 2 crates of milk crates and put them up there.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotta love a milk.
And you never remember. I told you that improv people were coming.
I'm sorry, you're still here?
Oh my god.
It would have been great because we could have done some comedy
Oh, wait,
and
we still
left with
can. Don't
house.
worry.
No, I can
Yeah?
go to commercial break and set you up for it if you're ready to rock.
Whatever.
Andrew.
We're
G-Man.
improvisers. We
Look at their
we can
faces.
do whatever you want.
We're going to
Yes,
set
and.
they know they're going to
Let's see
set
how
up the
quickly-
mics.
Let's see how quickly the A-team can put it together.
And there you have it.
That's so funny. That's actually one of our branches, the A team.
Of course, because you're 8A.
We have a third A
Who's
she's-
another Alexandra.
She's not related.
No.
But we
Could be.
perform together.
Part of the show?
And where do you all perform?
We perform in Davie, Boca, Miami. We go wherever.
Different improvs?
Yeah,
Or parties?
We do a lot of corporate team building. We have our 501c3, this is Life Unscripted, so we go into schools and libraries in Miami and Broward County, and we do improv shows for the kids that they can do on the spot. And then we also do pop-up performances around Davie currently. And we're going to be doing in Tampa the Countdown Improv Festival, which is a bunch of nerdy improvisers get together, do a huge show. So yeah.
Have you guys performed in Boca at Sandman's?
No,
We haven't. We've seen it. Yeah,
know him.
we should. Okay,
Yeah, we know Sandman.
It's small. We like small.
He came in here when he first opened, remember?
They're
Every time
going to
we went over,
perform
it was
here
closed.
before the end of today.
Huh?
They're going to perform here before the end of today.
I know. Maybe we
I
set it
see
up.
that.
Come and
You
see
see
them.
that? See?
We could put 100 chairs in here.
So we know-
fantastic.
Like we know who's coming, but yet sometimes we don't.
Mm-hmm.
So then I confirm with Brianna, are your guests coming? Because we were at meetings all morning. We literally
Mm-hmm.
walked in at like 2 minutes to 12.
Uh-huh.
And they said, our guests are going to be here like any minute.
So you're constantly improvising.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All day long.
Yeah.
As you can see.
Nice.
You see our teleprompter?
Yes.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah.
Exactly. This is how
love
we
it.
roll, just
9
like you
years.
guys.
And people say, well, how do you know what to say? What do I say? I don't even speak English.
You say what you feel. and
That's
that's what you
exactly
say.
what we get
No,
to
I'm
do.
not allowed to do that. They get all crazy on me.
You do it anyway, though.
I try.
He says exactly what he feels. And you also work at the old school, the old house in Davie, the old schoolhouse.
So the Old Davie School and Event Venue is a school that's been around since 1918. So it's the first school in Broward County. It was also a hurricane center back in 1918 because it was the only all concrete building in Davie. So when any great storm came by, you would go there. And we do our ghost and historical tours out of there. So it's a walking tour that you go
Davie?
in Davie. Yeah, there's a couple haunted locations, cold cases, murders, all that fun stuff.
Murders.
Murder.
You go to a crime scene and say, okay, let's do it.
Pretty much.
Really?
And yeah, some people from around town will comment on areas as we walk by. We get to go into the Davie Women's Club, which is 103 years old this year. And then we go into the Old Davie School and their houses in the back that were a part of the first orange groves that were in Davie, Florida.
Now, we're improvisers, so you might see a couple characters when you go into the ghost tours.
It's a not so serious ghost tour.
Yes, all the facts are true.
Do we drink on this tour?
If you feel like it.
It may or may not be a BYOB experience.
May or may not be. You love
May or
those.
not.
I
May or
love
may
that.
not.
I always drink before I go on.
Andrew
or
wants
during
to go.
Just pregame.
Heather, you
Shall
want to
we
go?
You got a pregame, after game,
Heather
and
doesn't hear
before
us.
game.
Does she have her earbuds in? This is for you.
This
They're
is all
ghost
you.
hunters.
This is comedy ghost tour.
Yeah.
Welcome, Heather.
We brought them just for you.
We brought them to meet you because we're going to the cemetery at 3 o'clock and doing ghost
But they only do it at night.
Yes, 3 o'clock in the morning is at night.
For
We
you
do-
guys,
hey,
we'll
for you
do 3
guys?
a.m. Yeah. Usually we
infrared
do some.
cameras. We got
yeah.
infrared, right?
Yeah, we got infrared.
Yeah, we do. Oh, we pick
Oh,
this up.
fantastic.
I can bring the tarot cards.
Oh,
the
you do it all.
Do
pendulum.
you do the Ouija board too?
No.
Why?
Because you don't mess with that.
Yeah,
You
you don't
don't
mess
touch
with
it.
that.
Tarot cards is just as bad.
No, it's not.
different.
It's
Well, I'm going to show
different.
you the flip side of that card.
Okay.
Watch these doors open up any minute.
I'm watching.
Because someone's
They
going to come
know.
in with water, or is it?
No, we
No,
don't
sometimes
know.
they just open. There, things just happen in here mysteriously.
Yeah, we heard that this place might be haunted.
Yes.
It is 100%.
Blessed.
It's blessed.
Blessed.
I like that.
Blessed.
Yeah.
Blessed
the
with
way-
some
Right,
sort of
Dawn?
energy.
That's the way.
Blessed. Not haunted, blessed.
Holy smokes, Dawn's here?
I know, you didn't even recognize. Look how hot she looks,
Hey,
right?
look at you. Hey, look at that lady over there. I didn't even know you walked in. I was saying, I keep hearing this voice.
We haven't heard her laugh yet.
She's been dropping wisdom this whole time.
Yes.
Yes.
Very much.
All right, why don't we take a commercial break?
How long have you been doing improvisation?
Over a decade now.
Yes, this is our this is our 10-year anniversary. Actually, this year we started in 2015.
Wow.
We've expanded to corporate team building, leveled courses for training, so 101 through 401 courses that are treated like college courses that you can wrap into your LinkedIn profile and use for corporate. We also have our summer camp for kids that starts June 30th. It's a 3-week camp that you guys bring in your kids. We teach them how to collaborate, how to become leaders, and how to advocate for themselves with their art. And they put together a show that they produce and they put on for the parents.
Where's the camp held?
The camp is held this year at the Mailman Theater over at Nova Southeastern University.
Right by University School.
Right by
I was gonna
University
say,
School.
I know the Mailman Theater very well.
Yes, the Mailman Theater. It's the first theater that NSU had. Yeah.
Wow. You know, it's funny. I'm looking at you guys, and I had one of the girls in here. We call her Ice. And she was supposed to dress up like a clown.
Uh-huh.
The full setup. And we were going to do a show with her and the one sitting over there who's straight. You know, she's straight, and the other one was the clown. And I was going to try to mimic that kind of comedy. Comedy's not easy.
No.
And what you guys, to improvise it is even harder.
But isn't that so fun? Because you
It's
have
a
no
lot
idea
of
what's
fun.
going to happen.
That's the
It's
thing.
a lot of fun.
We're doing everything in the moment, and that's where our power comes from. We're super powerful because we could flop, and comedians flop all the time. Everything happens in the moment. You never know what's going to happen, and we get to experience that over and over and over again. We're constantly creating and seeing what happens and just acting to the truth of the moment.
And the fact
So
that we get to do it as siblings.
it's a plus.
It is
but look at the energy.
They've got the same smile.
They don't flop. You'll never be a flop. You carry a lot of weight. You escalate the show. I can see it already. Not that she stays behind, but I know that they will never flop. It's always going to be landed. We call them bits, and sometimes the bits don't land, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny because I just look at the cameras. I guess they didn't land.
That's it.
And that's the thing too. You guys have to bring a lot of energy.
Yes.
It's pretty cool because we're acting in front of cameras.
Did you go to school for this?
We had trained over at Nova Southeastern University. We trained at Second City Training Center, and then also at UCBLA. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot of great mentors. Yeah. At NSU, there was Mark Duncan, and he was an alum of the Second City. So do you guys know what the Second City is?
I don't even know the first city.
Oh, no.
It's
Chicago.
It's New York, but we don't talk about
Is
that.
it Chicago or New York?
New York.
It's New York is the first city, and the joke is there was an article published that called Chicago the Second City.
Yes.
So that was the I guess nickname for Chicago, and the theater was called the Second City after Chicago.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know the Mets played the Cubs twice. It looks like they're going to do it again this year.
Hey, you know what? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But isn't that where all the comedians from SNL and a lot of people train there?
The majority of them come from there or from Second City, Toronto. Yeah.
Oh man, let's set this up. Let's go on.
right.
Dying to see this.
All right, let's take a commercial break. More to come. I don't know. You're going to join the fun, but I can't tell you how because we're improving. But just check it out and
Just
stay
check it
tuned.
out. Stay with us.
We'll be right back.
Family business. It's me, my sister, and her soon-to-be husband. We've been here for about 5 years doing our thing in this beautiful little spot right in the heart of downtown Boca. We really are like that authentic New York, New Jersey, Northeast thing that you want to have when you're in South Florida. Our bagels are made from scratch every single day. They're top-notch, best you can get around here. And then lunch, chicken Caesar wrap, or like we have a beautiful avocado supreme salad. That's really, really great. And of course, all our sweets are incredible too. You know, something savory, salty, and a little something sweet after. And we will do our best to provide the best service, best food, best everything. And if there's anything you need, we'll do it.
Hi, I'm David Vito Quaderno, the owner of Xavier Restaurant in Meisner Plaza that is in front of Meisner Park. We're a Sicilian cuisine restaurant, so I'm Sicilian. I'm just arrived from Sicily. I live in Catania, the east coast of Sicily. We offer the traditional Sicilian cuisine with the traditional ingredients that I used to import from Sicily, from the cheese to the oregano to the anchovies and different kind of fish. This is a family business already from the 1897, so it's almost 130 years business, and we're offering here the best. This is the first restaurant in the United States, so I wait for you in Meisner Park to enjoy the best and the real Sicilian kitchen. Ask you to book your tables just to be sure that you will find a place for enjoy the real Sicilian kitchen. Thank you.
For your reservation, you can call at 561-617-5424. We are open from Tuesday to Sunday from 4 to 9:30.
Looking for bold, authentic flavor? Step into Bramer's Brazilian cuisine, where the vibrant taste of Brazil meets your favorite American classics. From savory churrasco to juicy burgers, every dish is made with passion. Hosting a party or a special event? We cater all occasions with incredible food that leaves a lasting impression. Our Boynton Beach location offers generous seating with a separate dining area for bigger parties. Come visit us in person today at 1035 Gateway Boulevard, number 201, Boynton Beach, Florida, 33426. Contact us by phone at 561-272-6377. Enjoy the Brazilian taste. Enjoy the Bramer's taste.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddy S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
What if this happened to you when you're alone? With MedGuard Alert's new Care Watch, you can connect with medical professionals instantly, 24/7. No cell phone required. This life-saving medical device acts as a phone as well as a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And if you have Medicare or Medicaid, you may qualify to get yours free. Don't wait. Call us to get your Care Watch right now.
RCCA has a team of specialized therapists to treat a wide array of injuries and conditions, including balance issues, back pain, fall prevention techniques, joint replacements, and stroke rehab. Our therapists at RCCA help adults reclaim their strength and flexibility, allowing them to return to their hobbies and sports. We tailor treatment to return our patients to activities they love, such as croquet, gym workouts, golf, pickleball, and tennis. Our state-of-the-art equipment and therapists ensure that there is something here for everyone.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddy S.
And we're back.
All right, you ready for some improv? Freddie loves improv. He loves putting people on the spot, and they always say, no, no, no. But this is what you do, so you're ready to rock and roll.
Oh, yeah. We say yes and. Yes and. Yeah.
Yes, and all right, let's take it away.
All right, my friends, we are going to be doing a game called Debate. The way that this works is that we are going to debate about the topic that someone here in the studio is going to pick for us. One of us will be for, one of us will be against, and at the end of the day, we're going to have our studio decide who's the winner of this debate. Now, this debate could be about absolutely anything. It could be strawberries versus blueberries. It could be statues versus copper. I don't know, anything. So, does anyone here have something that they would like to see us debate about?
Cats or dogs?
Cats or dogs? Oh, okay. All right. You want to take me?
All right. Hello, everyone. I am here today to tell you why dogs are, in fact, man's best friend. My name is Angelica Dadak, and I am the owner of 2 small dogs. Dogs are evolutionary builds.
would you like that? You're staring with your two eyes at a TV screen while one eye stares back at you. Pink and pucker. Right. So, with dogs though, they're big, yeah. More to love and hold on to as you cry at night about your job into their wet shoulder fur.
So your argument is that dogs are great if you need to cry. So rather than a tissue, you're using your dog. Now, how do you think that affects the emotional stability of that dog? People, cats are pretty independent. They are athletic and have not one, not two, not 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8, but 9 lives, which is scientifically proven. And they are not there to be your wet rag to cry into, nay, but a force to be reckoned with. Someone who will slap you in the face and make you wake up in the morning and go about your day. Someone who will try again to make you question, was this the right choice? And the answer is yes, because that cat will help you thrive and push you to go for your goals as they scratch at your furniture to tell you, hey, pay attention to me.
Thriving, pushing you to go towards your goals.
That's what I said.
Giving you a slap in your face. Sounds like your boss, doesn't it?
I hope not.
When you can just go home to a lovely dog to cry deeply into their wet fur.
What's with you
shoulder.
and crying?
You know, it's nice to share your emotions. It's nice to be vulnerable sometimes, and a dog won't judge you. Now, I think it's time for our audience to judge us.
Okay. Lovely audience, we are going to have you raise your hand of who you believe this debate has been won by. Do you believe it is I, Alexandra, the great Catwoman?
Or do you believe it is I, Angelica, the empath?
Who cries into a wet dog? What dog?
What dog? What dog? What dog?
Dog.
I have 1, 2, 3 for what dog?
Cat who?
Clawy cat.
1, 2, 3, 4. And thus I have won this debate, and Emma, your president of cats. Thank you very much.
Something else to cry to my dog to.
Something else to cry to.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome.
Thank you so much.
So much fun. All right, how do people reach you and get in touch with you?
How do we set you up so we could do
We can do more?
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course. So anyone can go to www.thisisimprov.com. You can see absolutely everything that we are working on currently. Our events, our pop-ups, everything we're doing with the Davie Cooper City Chamber of Commerce currently, and our camp that we have currently going on.
You can also sign up for our newsletter and email blasts that tell you about all the events that are happening.
Yes, and any social media is always at This Is Improv. So reach out. We love to chat.
We're easy to find.
Yeah.
You ladies are great. So much fun meeting you. Gordon, did you learn anything? Yeah. Gordon, Gordon does improv up at the Improv, right?
Very cool.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah.
You
Funny
want to go
folk
up and
at
do
the
something
Improv.
with them? Huh? You want to go up there with them?
During the book, you have to be the sound effect to their show.
Oh, I would love
Because
that.
You should.
You are a great audience member. I tend to have a cackle as well, so I am. Oh, see, even better.
Yes,
Your
we need
signs.
diversity in the laughter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your sign's made up for her snorting.
All right, let's go to commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Dawn DeMarco Book, the host of Faith Stories, to see who her guest is today. More to come. Stay tuned. This is Improv over there.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Wings, we also sell them. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Aunt Media Futures Foundation is a non-for-profit organization dedicated to providing college students with immersive opportunities in media production, marketing, business skills, and communication.
Interns will learn professional workflow skills in editing, video and radio broadcasting, public relations, digital media, graphic curriculum, and access to equipment to make a positive impact.
Amp Media Productions is a full-service production house with a variety of shows ranging from the Brooklyn Cafe show.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a very busy Wednesday.
Sarah
Open your heart.
Spiritual.
Right here on the Oldies Station, you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
Call me Zena.
By example, and that's what I try to do all the time, to teach by example.
Artist Law.
Using that term more. Yeah, lofties, yeah.
And Gypsy Soul.
They love music. It's like their favorite thing to go to.
I teach like preschool up to 12th grade.
Yeah, nice.
You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Amp Media Productions. Please like and subscribe to all of our shows.
I want to be in first class. Champagne, please.
Dying comfort.
Yeah, that's good. We offer opportunities to excel in the field of TV film production, social media management, video editing, set design, graphic design, sound engineering, journalism, and many more useful tools to help you land a career in the media business.
To volunteer or be a part of our team, or to make a donation of any size, please visit us at ampfutures.org. Help us to empower college students to create a positive impact with immersive hands-on experiences in media production. Help us amplify the future.
If you turned 65 recently like me, it's important you find a Medicare Advantage plan that gives you the coverage you're looking for. But finding one can be difficult. The best thing I did, and I suggest you do the same, is call a licensed insurance agent and let them walk you through your Medicare Advantage plan options. There are so many benefits you have access to, so make the call now and let the representatives explain everything to you. Our licensed insurance agents can offer you a variety of Medicare Advantage plans. Plus, the call is free, the information is free, and there's no obligation to enroll. We're here to make it easy for you to select a Medicare Advantage plan that may work for your needs. Finding a Medicare Advantage plan can be easy if you do what I did. Make a quick call right now to learn more. Thank you. Call 800-978-4815. That's 800-978-4815. Call now.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddy S.
I didn't know we were doing this day in history. All right. That was a whole lot of fun. We'll have to fix your bell.
My bell is broken.
Fix your bell. Did you have fun?
Yes.
I guess we improv every day.
Oh, yeah.
All day
Really?
long, I guess is what we do.
Oh, you know, how many people do you know in this business that has a sign made up of something they do? I don't even have a sign.
What do you mean?
Look at that sign. G-Man, reach that.
Oh, the snorting sign. Ladies, thank you so much. So much fun.
Thank you, ladies. G-Man, grab that sign there.
Are they in
It
town on the
says, if you don't-
24th?
If you don't snort or something.
No, the little one.
The black one. The one that's hanging on the nail. Yeah, let me get that. Now, how many people do you know that have their own sign?
It's made specifically for me.
And
There you go. Right on cue.
I mean, it's like, I know, and that was just like, yeah.
That was pretty good.
I mean, this is 9 years.
I know.
We've had this,
9 years.
and it's a license plate.
I know.
It's actually a part of an oven. This is the panel of an oven.
I don't know about
Somebody
that,
did
but-
this in a private. But I bring this up only to remind you that the 24th of
The
this month,
24th of this month. So for everyone who says they didn't know about it, we're telling you again. What is it?
Our anniversary, 9 years.
Where is it?
At
Bramers. We got to put a flyer up. We got to put a flyer on the board so they can pop it up. Bramers Brazilian Cuisine Dawn coming up. It's on Tuesday, June 24th, which is right around the corner.
It is.
9 years. I can't believe it's been a year since we did the Masquerade. So wine and dine with our 9 at Bramers Brazilian Cuisine.
No D. And if I hold this up and you point at Dawn the book, you win you'll get a bag of coffee.
You'll win something.
You win a bag of coffee.
It'll probably be a lot of fun there. Dawn can laugh.
I can laugh.
Improv.
I'm good at that.
Have
Yeah.
a show, have some food, have some fun. And I'm not cleaning up, which is even better.
I can't believe that this whole party.
It's because I didn't want to clean?
Because you didn't want to clean. Because I have people that would have cleaned.
It's not the same, though.
When we had 100 people in here, you didn't clean.
We did.
No.
I came back the next day.
Karen cleaned.
There was a lot to do.
The kids cleaned the night of.
Yes, they did.
Tell them.
They did a great job. Look how nice he's looking.
I know, very dapper.
Right? He's very
That's
dapper.
because where we're going tonight, we're going to Sarah's Spiritual 16 years.
16.
When you walk into, do you feel like you have to prepare your energy and your guides to walk into this event, or do you just go?
Well, let me ask you a question. Is the guides going to do the production? We just go.
They're going to guide
Gato
you.
goes in there.
Gato, are you ready?
Freddie's very practical.
Gato says, everybody get out of the way. I'm throwing wires.
Move it, baby.
I think we bought so many new wires.
Not only that, but this team is also on Father's Day going to be at Gillespie's. Gillespie's.
Oh, in Pompano?
Yes, in Pompano. CC Clevenger, Triple C, will be singing from 4 to 7 o'clock.
Nice.
And we are covering it. We are actually going to have our cameras there. We're going to cover it for the production team, and they want to use it for some other advancements. So I told them that I would put something together. I have a banner in there that I'm going to start putting out tomorrow. It's at 4 o'clock. Come on down. And you know, that place is beautiful. Oh, my God.
I've never been there. I've seen it, but I've never been.
It is. It's huge. It's big. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of food.
You guys are filming.
Yeah.
Andrew
That's this weekend.
They're very busy. Tomorrow you guys are shooting over at my Flora Aura. You and I are heading down to networking. Then on Sunday, my Flora Aura, which is a spirituality crystal healing.
Oh, okay.
For TLC.
For TLC.
For television. They're shooting a piece.
And then you got that Thursday and Friday, and you got this on Sunday. You got Shower tonight, that on Sunday. And then we're going to head over to Sinful Crepes, I think, on next week, Tuesday or Wednesday. We have to see who we have to shoot their commercial and fill the gallery and have some fun. Have some
Dawn,
food.
you have to show up on Sinful Crepes. It's sinful.
You like crepes?
Where is it?
On Gateway
On Gateway?
and I-95.
And when is this?
Next week, we'll let you know the date.
Okay, let me know.
We're going to shoot commercial. We don't have Gato on Tuesday, which is the only downside to going on
So
Tuesday.
Gato got to change. Gato, you got to change.
Look at him. He's shaking his head. How many places can we pull Gato at one time?
6. He's like a cat. 9 places.
You got 9 lives? How many?
lives, yeah,
All right,
9 places.
cat or dog, Gato?
Oh,
Are we sharing a mic now?
Yeah.
This is what we're- this is what
I
we've resorted
personally, I like both. I've had a dog longer than a cat, but cats are really soft.
Yeah,
That's why
but
I personally want to take care of Casper while he's away.
And the whole thing about licking of the
butt,
whatever.
All animals do it.
They all do it, and then they lick your face. Do cats lick your face?
Sometimes it
Casper
depends.
lick your face?
No.
You wouldn't let him?
Some of them do.
I don't want nobody licking my face.
You got
that
new
has
kittens. You've got 2 babies. Not anymore.
They're crazy.
Right?
And they have claws, right?
Yes. But
They
they're
scratch the hell out of me.
They can and they can. However,
I'm allergic to cats.
So am I. I'm allergic to animals. I don't care. I love animals. I love cats more because they're more independent. You don't have to get home. I can't tell you how many times I've had friends go, "Oh, I need to get home because I have to let the dog out." Seriously? You know, you're having fun
It
and you got
happens
to go
all the
home and let the
time.
dog out. So I like the independence of a cat because they do take care of themselves. You don't have to bathe them. Dogs, when they start smelling, and I love dogs, but
Your dog
they're
smells?
They're more yeah. You get the dog wet. Oh my God, that is
Dog
the
wet?
worst smell.
You
Dogs
gotta
have
teach your dog to use the toilet.
We once had an intern in here, And I said to him, I go, why does it smell like wet dog every time I walk past you?
'Cause he didn't know
And
how to
he
use the
said
toilet.
to me, I guess it's I just took a shower, it's my clothes. I'm like, can you go home and change? You know
He
who it is.
kept wet
He
clothes
just
on.
smelled like wet dog.
Right.
And there was no other way to describe it.
Well, exactly, because it's that smell that.
It's like a washing machine,
Right.
bad washing machine.
Right.
You gotta
can
wash your
train
dog,
a
wash your cat.
dog to use a toilet.
No, you can
No.
train a
Yes.
cat to use a
No.
toilet.
Do you have hands-on experience?
Yes, Nina used to use the toilet.
Look, no matter what, animals are wonderful and they bring joy and love to your life. So whatever you want, that's what you should go
Listen,
with.
when that cat urinates in my chair, there ain't no love.
That is not good.
No, he doesn't do that.
There's a reason for that, though.
Yeah, I needed to buy him a 6x6 cage that he has, and he's the king of his castle, and we have no more problems.
See, there,
Do you have a living room?
Yeah.
When animals do that, they're telling you something's wrong, whether it's their health or they're not happy in the environment.
He likes clean litter, but
Well,
I cannot
yeah.
afford to clean this.
Who
litter
doesn't like
every
to
day.
go in a
Well,
clean
you know what?
bowl?
I asked him to be a cat. Then I'm training him now to go outside, and the building says, no, you can't send the cat out. I says, I can't, no. Because if the cat goes out there, we're going to fine you, so I can't take him out there either. So he's stuck in that box.
Dawn, who's your guest today?
On that note,
Improv, baby.
Freddy's cat.
Today I have a woman called, her name is Cindy Love, which I love her name. And she actually has a podcast. And she is a mom, a devoted wife and mom. And she has a podcast called Live Loved Mom Podcast. And she just teaches moms how to navigate being a mom. Faith-based, obviously. So, yeah.
You had someone like that last week that talked
I did.
about
You know,
similar, right?
It's kind of like I didn't even schedule it that way. It just happened to come that way. You know, so the last week was Leanne Mancini, and she talked about how to raise a Christian kid, and this is how to be a good Christian mom and how to navigate those as well. And Leanne talked about that. So it'll be interesting to see what she says versus what Leanne says. And
Had Leanne been here before?
no.
Because I know I met her before.
Have you?
But I thought it must have been here.
No.
And you guys were so deep in conversation before and after your show, I didn't get a chance to talk to her.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, I thought it was here, but maybe not.
Yeah, I hadn't seen her in a while because we used to go to Calvary Boca, and then we left, and then she watches church from home, so you don't get to see people as much when they do that. But yeah, she's a good woman. She's very smart, very incredible woman.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you're working with some big opportunities with Andrew, I think. Gato. That's
I
another life you've
know. I'm
got.
so excited. I never talk about Rosie's Garden, but I have a company called Rosie's Garden in honor of my niece Rosie, who was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer when she was 11 and a half, and she fought for a little over 2 years and lost her battle. And so I have this rose that I wear, which you'll be able to see better.
Maybe move the mic. There you go.
There we go. When I have the commercial for Rosie's Garden, which Andrew is making for me. So
How's it going, Andrew?
yeah, it's high fashion. It's not high fashion. It's high jewelry. So it's 18 karat, and I know by the end of the year I'm going to have a full pave diamond one done.
I told you when I was away last week, I was
Yes.
looking at jewelry because you always look, so you're always
course.
shopping. And there were a lot of roses. But even in the high-end designer jewelry stores,
Mm-hmm.
nothing compared to your rose.
Girlfriend, I hear that. I saw a friend of mine on Saturday, and she said to me, she said, that is the most beautiful rose I've ever seen. She says, Dawn, I have several roses, and they're nothing like that. That is such a amazing rose. And then Deborah said the same thing. And they're high jewelry. And so I take that as an amazing compliment because
Beautiful.
you went into Chanel, you went into
Dior, yeah, nothing like yours.
and none of them have the rose. Look, the rose is not uncommon in jewelry, right? But what God had placed on my heart is to have a rose that looked like an actual rose. And that's what this rose does. It looks like an actual rose. I posted on Instagram, Richard had given me all these roses, gorgeous roses, and I set this rose in the rose, and it was like, it looks exactly like a real rose. But it took me almost 2.5 years to get it Done.
But it's beautiful, and the price point, it's what the value of the gold is. That's a big piece of gold
Sure.
you're wearing on your neck.
There's an ounce of gold in this. Yeah. So this I sell for $6,000. But again, it's a commodity. So once this is sold, if gold is up higher, which it is when I got this, the piece goes up because that's just the gold itself, not the artistry of the piece.
And you've got 3 different sizes?
I do, small, medium, and large, yeah.
They're all yellow gold, rose gold?
They come in white gold, yellow gold, and rose gold, all 18 karat.
So people can say get a small one in rose or medium in white, whatever you want.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
They're beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
I love
All right,
them.
we'll wrap this up and get ready for Faith Stories. Hey! I know, it went like that. First time we had a long show in a long time.
You know, in 4 minutes it'll be finished.
You want a crepe?
I do.
However, that was based
What's your favorite crepe?
I don't know.
I would have to get.
You know.
I see so many.
And even when I was away, I did not find any restaurant that had this extensive of a crepe menu.
Do they have crepes in France?
Oui.
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 Yeah.
Oui, monsieur. They have a lot of croque monsieur and croque madame, but nothing to this extent where you can get savory and sweet. A lot of them are sweet, like dessert crepes with cheese, or they've got crepe Suzette with the oranges and flambe.
And what about their coffee?
Their coffee, just like in Paris.
Unbelievable.
Amazing.
Unbelievable.
Incredible. A lot of good stuff, and there's another restaurant we're going to be checking out. I may send Brianna over there to check out the one that I went to over.
She's leaving.
I'm not leaving.
We're closing Boca. They think everybody's closing. It's just
But
Brianna
this
leaving.
is going to be this summer. It's going to be a cultural food immersion, a food immersion tour of South Palm Beach County. Immersion. You're going to immerse yourself in food this summer.
In food.
In food. So we've got
I only immerse
Bonjour
myself in
Boynton,
chocolate.
Hola
Chocolate?
Boynton, Shalom Boynton, Namaste Boynton. You're going to travel the world with us. We're going to learn about the cultures, the texture, the reason behind it, and taste the food and enjoy it.
I love foods. Different foods give different meanings. And the stories behind the stories behind the stories.
That's the story.
It's the story.
That's the story.
Wait till you see what we have coming. I'm hoping we put this together with Charlotte before the end of the day. It's all exciting. I got another 3 more that I have to throw at you.
Oh my gosh.
But I won't do it all at once because the crew looks a little bit wide-eyed and bushy-tailed with the eyelids and a lot of coverage.
I don't know. Andrew's ready to roll. G-Man's ready to rock and roll. And Heather doesn't even know her name because she's so locked in over there.
What
Look.
the hell she's locked
She doesn't
in?
even hear us. Nothing.
She's listening to like, evil messages.
Huh? All right, let's wrap this up. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other. Tune in today at Faith Stories at 3 o'clock with Dawn DeMarco Book. And then Sarah Spiritual tonight at 6:30 to 9 o'clock on True Oldies Radio. And, of course, on social media. It's her 9-month anniversary. Is it open for people to come or just to watch?
16-year anniversary.
16, we're 9, sorry.
It's open. You pay at the door. But
There
it's
you go.
open.
All right, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Don't be late.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddy S will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.